Hello, my name is Skye. I'm a member of the Ktunaxa Nation. I live in Victoria, and this is my Auntie June.
Hello.
She's helped me a lot lately.
Why are you here today, Skye?
To tell my story. Auntie says it will help others.
It's gonna be okay.
Your aunt helped you?
Yeah, she helped me write a letter. I guess this all started when I ran away from my parents' place up north. I had a couple of good friends, but I just didn't feel like I had a place up there. I found some sick books that showed people like me in it, but I tried to talk about it, but they never really gave me an answer. Even when I pointed out that two-spirited people were almost always involved with stuff like traditional medicine, nothing. I don't think my community really got me. That was the moment I decided to go. I had a couple of friends online and decided to go where they were. I took as much money as I could and I bought a bus ticket. Once I got to the end of that line, I hitched it the rest of the way. Thankfully, a couple of nice people gave me a ride and I made it to North Vancouver in like a couple of days. My parents and friends were messaging me non-stop. All I ever sent back was, "I'm safe and I'm going where I want," or "please don't worry." And they listened. One of my cool friends convinced their parents to let me stay with them for a while, but that didn't last long, and I really wanted to stay in Vancouver. I wasn't at the shelters at all anymore because this group of youth had this old rundown building to stay in. They worked together to survive by going into stores in groups together.
So can you tell me what happened, Skye?
Well, all of the kids, they were like me. We had laughs, and I finally felt like I had a family. I wanted to prove myself. We have all lived very hard lives. I broke into a car and had to fight the owner off before I could run away. I remember slamming their fingers in the door, and that sound will stay with me for the rest of my life. And the cops found me the next day.
The youth counselor decided it was a good idea to get a Gladue report written after hearing Skye was going to plead guilty. He said we should get the report for sentencing. I didn't even know what it was or that it was a thing before then.
Why is a Gladue report used in some cases?
Legal Aid helped me get a Gladue writer, and they helped me understand what this specific report is used for. It's mainly for Aboriginal people facing sentencings or bails or parole hearings and appeals. It's given to the judge to present like a full picture of the whole person in front of them. Basically, it says who Skye is and what they have been through in their unique circumstances. Negative things have happened to a lot of our people, intergenerational trauma. I could go on, but what's important is Skye is getting the chance to break that cycle through this process.
What does a Gladue report consist of?
Well, in our case, the writer was very respectful and spoke to Skye and called all of their relatives.
So, what have you learned, Skye?
Yeah, I learned that Indigenous people being sentenced for a crime can basically share how life can have more barriers because we have more complicated pasts than most.
The judge then took Skye's information into consideration when deciding on a sentence for them. So Gladue reports are for youth and adults. A lot of youth struggle to deal with the pressures and burdens put on them today. We still have issues that are rampant in our communities. Skye being two-spirited and their parents never being taught their language or culture because of residential school. Skye's parents weren't interested in keeping ceremonies traditionally held for two-spirited people. Skye didn't feel they had an accepting community.
Skye, what was the most concerning part of this for you?
Well, they were going to charge me as an adult. Like, that crime could put me in jail with dangerous people. I'm not an adult. The record would have stuck with me for the rest of my life. I'm just a kid. So I'm really thankful for that report and for my auntie and for the writer for doing that for me. I should have went to see my auntie in the first place. But I'm really lucky to be with her now.